Yo, Vinsonte here. So I have a fun build for you today. It may not be like the best meta or anything, but it's going to be focused on physical and chaos. And this is kind of like an iteration on my other build. I find this more fun, so I wanted to share with you. And I was farming for a greater jewel orb to get this working. I got it for 36 assaults. I still couldn't find one myself. And this is going to bring out the true Raging Demon, more of a Kuma theme base. So let's get to the skills here. Obviously in this game is more of a gear dependent thing. I don't have the best gear on this character, and I do want to emphasize that it does still require some kind of a ramp up a little bit, because I'm still using the Tempest Bell. Tempest Bell is just too good not to have. And what I'm running on the Tempest Bell is Overpower for stun buildup, so I can keep them locked in place. Magnify Fact for more AoE, and Overabundance so I can keep putting down 2 when I need to. I don't have to depend on waiting on that 1. So I'm still building up combo with Whirling Assault, right? Whirling Assault does a lot of faster hits, and I don't have attack speed on my weapon or anything right now, so this does give a quality of attack speed, which is great. And so that does increase the combos. This mostly builds combo a lot quicker than like the other ones, even though I've seen a lot of the ones attack pretty fast, but each swing does like multiple hits. So I have Martial Temple on here. I haven't Venom because I put some of the other gems that I have on the other part. Otherwise, I put Blind on here. And I have Practice Combo to build up the combo hit. 40% chance of getting additional combo. And then we have the Hand of Chayula here, which is my pretty much used just for getting close. I don't really use it too much, but I do want to emphasize that I want to make this kind of like a fighting game. So I want to build them combos and stuff like that. So I have combos here, and I have this Accumulation. I don't know, I'm not sure how I pronounce it, but this also makes it so this can gain combos. So when I'm like dishing out Whirling Assault and Tempest Bell, I can get in combos, and those combos can just feed into this pretty much. I could use it on another skill that I have here, Flicker Strike, but I'm using it. I have the 4th slot being used by something else that I'll go over in a bit. But we have this to make a combo skill. I also want to put the chaos resistance because I do want to emphasize a little bit on the chaos part. And this only does chaos damage anyways. Might as well extra 25% chaos damage. Okay. And then the last attacking skill that we have here is Flicker Strike. This is like the main fun and kind of the big DPS. This is more for the single targets though, but then you can have fun zooming around. The downfall of this build is that you don't know where you're going to end up in Flicker Strike. And then when you're in the middle of a mob, it's going to be kind of hard. You can roll out and stuff like that. And it does take time to build up the combo. So you can't easily get out of it, but you can still roll out of it since they did that change, right? So it's still fun to use. So Flicker Strike, I'm running Potential Charge, which allows 35% of not removing a charge, but still counts using them. And then we have Heft for more maximum physical damage because we want to maximize physical. This gives even more physical heavy swing, for 35% more heavy swing, and attack speed is very fast anyway, so the loss of attack speed isn't too bad. And then we have Rage. So Rage is the raging demon inside you, right? Because the Kuma does a lot of rage. I mean, the ultimate is called Raging Demon. You call him Raging Demon. So we have this here. So every hit that he does is give you 3 rage. So it ramps up as you're doing it. And while you're doing the Flicker Strike, you also have the mantra of destruction. So you kind of want to do this beforehand. This will make that 30+% damage of that go into chaos. And along with it, I have the premeditation, which gives it 15% more damage. And I have this chaos mastery to increase this to make it higher. So the bigger percentage becomes gained into chaos. And then I also had Murder's Intent because I didn't know what else to put in here. All the other things are kind of like support to the skill itself, but I want to support Flicker Strike. So what you want to do is you want to use Mantra before the Bell or the Flicker Strike, but you want to aim for the Flicker Strike. But as you're building up those charges, you can put it on the Bell, and that will make it that every hit that you do with that skill also gives you Flame of Chayula. So that's very good, right? So you're building up on the flames and you're building up on the rage for Flicker Strike. And for support spirit stuff, we have Ghost Dance and Wind Dancer. Those are like mostly what I use Joy on every kind of build that I want to use. So Ghost Dance gives you, so when you get hit, you get your energy shield back as evasion. So this build is going to mostly focus on energy shield and evasion. And then we have fast forward, so you get the shrouds a lot faster. And then we have clarity for mana regen, because I'm going to concentrate more on the mana regen side instead of the mana leech side. Though I kind of leaning towards the mana leech, but I like my skill points, so we'll see. We'll see how this goes if I do this more in the future, right? Wind Dancer is very good because you want to concentrate on evasion. Each stage gives you evasion stack. I have Soul Thieves because then when I get hit, it does. I want mana back because then I'm not doing mana leeching. But this is also going to mana leech because it does leech. And then we have Withering Touch, so we're gonna. This thing is not used for damage; it's used for knocking them back, and just so you can get evasion. And so with this, it allows me to wither them, which they take extra chaos damage when they get hit by chaos, right? And then this thing's for sure gonna do chaos because of the passive tree that I'll go over in a sec. Or in a minute. And then I have blind, so this is where I put my blind in, so then when I get hit I make some harder to hit me anyways. So that's what I use here. And then the last one is the charge creation. If you do somehow get more spirit and stuff, you can kind of go in combat frenzy, and if you get resonance, which converts your frenzy charge to power charges, you can kind of do that. But that requires you to go elemental, because you have to be pinned, free or frozen, or shocked or electrocuted. And this one more focused on like just straight up physical damage and chaos. So that's that. But you can also use that with Sniper's Mark as well in your hand. And if you do crit to freeze, I mean crit on cast on crit, then you can also use that there too. But this is just a one skill thing, and it kind of does that. And this build kind of involves rolling in and out, very mobile. You have to be very active with this. It's not like a thing you can just turn off, right? So I have Linger Illusion. Every time you roll, you put a copy, and then if that copy dies, a power charge, you get a power charge, right? And then this is a chance to get additional power charge. And then I want the clone to last longer, so I have this here, just so it lasts longer, so it dies faster. Because it has to get hit. It can't just fire. It has to actually get destroyed. Dude, I nearly forgot. There's also Profane Ritual. This is a support skill. You're mostly just using it to get power charges. So when you're killing corpses, after you're done, if you need to get some power charges or just keep them going, just use Profane Ritual and get it on a corpse. I put Hinder, so it slows them down when they get hit by it. Spell can save, so I can get multiple corpses at once. And then Arcane Tempo to have faster cast speed, so just like for casting in between. If I have cast on crit, I'll probably put this in there. All right, we're in the skill tree here. This is the overview. So this build most about getting a lot of hits in. So let's look at Ascension. This is why I want Reality Rending. But for sure, you want this Lucid Dreaming, because Mantra Destruction gives you Flame of Chayula, right? And that's already a source of getting, and you can also pick things up, but I don't really concentrate on picking things up. So this is mostly what you want to go for. You want to go for Lucid Dreaming, Into the Breach. And I'm purposely going to this one right because I like hitting most of the time, and randomly I'll just get a big chunk of damage. And I'll probably go into Mana Leech or this one depending on if I'm getting hit by Chaos. But I'm mostly dying to like the AoE, like Ice and Fire stuff anyways. So I don't know if I necessarily need this. So I'm probably going to Mana Leech, and I may or may not replace this into this, so for more survivability for Mana Leech. So you can play around with those. Those are what I will go for, like these 8 points into for sure Lucid Dreaming, and then from where you want to go, you can either take this and go into here, or you can take this and go into this. No, you want your spirit, so you won't be using this, right? So I want a lot of attack speed, I want a skill speed, and I want damage, at least in the beginning. So I went here into this route, right? And I got the evasion just for some 5 ability in the beginning. And then I made my way around here. And then I went down here, and I went and got this straight up 24%, 34, 44% damage. Just straight up 44% damage. And then after that, I made my way all the way here because I want that damage buff all the way up here and got this extra. This just converts 11% of damage into extra chaos damage straight up. Okay, so this is the part of this that makes it part of chaos as well. And then I went and I got into this, right? We got the extra 50% damage right here because the most of the time you're full life anyways because you have shields. And I got some evasion down here, right? And then every time, I mean, when you have energy recharge pass, you get extra evasion. And then if you have energy, you get extra evasion. So that's good. So from there, I actually went straight down. And I went into this. Yes, I'm going hybrid armor chest piece. But this will also increase your survivability, and you do want energy shields, so that's why I do want that. You see in the passive up below. So, but I want to concentrate on evasion and energy shields because they actually get more energy shield. Actually, we could go up here now, right? This one, we'll get this later. You don't get this now, but later, eventually, you get this, right? And this actually, if you go full evasion, you don't get that much energy shield, probably like 60 or so. But on your regular chest speed, you get like 280 something, so you get more energy shields. I'd rather just go evasion energy shields. And there, you get hit by AoEs, right? And you want energy shield. Those 100% hit. You can't dodge those unless you get this, but it's not worth it unless you get like at least 70% after getting this. So if you can try and you can get this, if you, depending on your gear, if you can get 70% at least on evasion in general, you can get with this, then you can go for that. Personally, I'm not. But yeah, I went and got this, and I went to get this dexterity. This is mostly used for dex, and then you went down here and you get extra damage, right? 8%, 10%, 10%, and 25% just straight up, because most attacks are melee. So guaranteed, boom, and extra strike range. And then I got this for the 8% dexterity, right? Just extra 8%. And if you need more dex, this one gives 25% dex. I mean 25 dex. But you do want to eventually get this because it allows you to use power charge without using additional power charge. So you can keep going with the flicker strike. But that's only once you unlock flicker strike. If you haven't considered getting later, you can grab this for now. And then if you're low on int, I went for the banner regen here, 6% int. And then most of my nodes here are int base. Some strength in case of whatever you need. And if you do have Flicker Strike unlocked by now, you will get this one. This is the first one to get for the power charges. All right, you get the 2+2 maximum power charge. There's this one next, which has 5% chance of getting full power charges, and they give you maximum power charge. And this is the last, okay? And then if you're also low on mana, grab this. 8% mana cost skills. You can grab this anytime, just whenever you feel like you need extra mana. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this also gives blind on hits, so that's also a good thing here. And then if you need more evasion, you can grab this too. This is what I grabbed eventually. I still want hybrid. You can try to go full mana energy shield, and you can double dip, but these will help your survivability by double dipping so hard, right? These two. And pretty much cover those. And then later you want, I'm trying to finish this up right now because it's straight up 10%, 8%, and it gives crit 8% and 20%. So that's what I'm aiming for, just straight up damage. Because most attacks are physical. And then planning for the future, as I level up, I'm going to get into this. Event Horizon, you get a jewel slot as well. You get Event Horizon, just straight up 50%. You lose some health though, so be wary of that. So that's the only thing I worry about because you don't actually gain energy shields, leeching. So that's why I'm kind of thinking if I want to go this, when I get this, I might go in that. we'll see. But I do want to try this out eventually. After that, I feel like if you need more survivability, you can look up energy shields. That's mostly the important part because I feel like you have enough evasion. You just need to worry about the AoE attacks. But other than that, I will go for crit damage because a lot of these power charges get a crit damage bonus. Even here, give you crit chance, crit damage. So I personally went into this part right here for the extra 50% crit, just in general. And then I'll slowly get into here, get this extra crit chance, and also go into here, right? Extra crit chance. So that's mostly going to be the ending where I just finish off and try to get more damage. Maybe I just go straight damage and then I don't have to worry and just hopefully dodge out of the way. All right, let's look at my gear. Like, I don't have the best weapon. All right, a 147 physical attack. The mostly the thing that's carrying me is the melee skill. So personally, I would say you want attack speed, crit chance, a melee skill, and physical damage. That's mostly all you want, and everything kind of extra fluff or whatever you need. And I'm using iron runes to increase the physical damage. All right. And then we have the main chest piece, right? I'm going for evasion energy shield. So you notice here I got 282. And if I went like full evasion, I think my evasion is only like 1,000. If I went to full evasion, and you don't get like 282 energy shields from that. But you want to mostly concentrate on resistances with your rest of your gear, and only on the chest piece, I would say put in the iron runes, right? Make sure you do the quality first before you corrupt it. But I have some nice stats here, so you want to aim for increased evasion and energy shield almost on all your gear. Right here, evasion, energy shield, got that. Aim for resistances. If you can get mana leech, like the leech on physical mana. Let me see. I have an old one here. Leech on physical attack as mana. That would be good. That is useful. I went for more evasion, energy shield, so I don't have that. But if I want a better one, I will want this and that combined, right? And for shoes, you want movement speed, obviously, right? That's number one. And then after that, just try to get as much evasion, energy shield on here, and resistances, right? And if you get life, get some life too. But you can mostly concentrate on energy shields anyway, so you don't worry about too much on that. So yeah, that will pretty much get you over. Hopefully you get enough resistances. I have way over lightning, so hopefully I can get lightning to something else. My chaos is in there, in and out, right? I got it based on this armor. And my ring here, 12%, and I give life leech. So you want life leech, mana leech, if you can get that, because you do physical anyways, and a lot of evasion, mostly concentrated resistance. Once again, I do want to iterate on that, right? Mana leech, life leech, mana regen, any of those you want on your gear. They're very helpful. Of course, your resistances. And for the amulet, if you can go spirit if you want. Same thing with your armor. If you get some spirit on there, you can and try play around with it. But I personally didn't concentrate on spirit. Went for mana regen, resistances, as you can see here, and evasion. So that's pretty much my gear. Not the best thing. They're all like regular tier 1 stuff. My weapon could use the biggest upgrade, to be honest. Everything is alright. And then here's my belt. Just mostly used for resistances. And I'm using freeze because I hate not being. What this build requires you to keep moving to get the lingering illusion and stuff like that for power charges. And once you're frozen, it's kind of hard. All right, so why don't we go into some action here? I'll just pick a random node that doesn't have any mods, so I can talk and do this at the same time. We'll do tier 13. So we have some skills here. You pretty much roll. It costs 10 mana to roll and cast a thing, but I have so much mana regen, it's pretty much instant. You can see over there. So what you want to do, you do a lot of in and out action in here. So you can pretty much dash, you get out of the way, you get power charges, you roll, do dashing, whirling assault. So meanwhile, you're just rolling in and out. Most of the time, you're using the bell in the beginning to get up until you have enough charges, right? And then you do the flicker strike. For fun, you can roll out, you're in the middle of a mob, right? You have some charges again, you do flicker strike again. You don't know where you're gonna end, but you can roll out and cancel. Just like be done. But you do want to build up combos before you do it, but sometimes there's no mobs, right? And then you have to worry about it. And you have Profane Ritual for corpses to get more power charges back. Alright, I have 6. 6 is good enough. We can just flicker. I still have some. But yeah, you want a mantra before doing it. Alright, so then now you notice on top right, you get Rage and Flames of Chayula while it's happening. And of course it's RNG how many you get off, right? And then you have Mob, you put in the bell. Then I have enough for Flicker, do it again. No mobs, and there. You can do Ritual, get some charges back. And you get to hinder them and do some damage while you're at it. Okay, just build up some mantra. It's pretty easy. You can put down the bell most of the time, and then you do this. Because sometimes you can hit the bell, and then it'll splash damage. Damn, I didn't get a lot to go on here. It didn't keep chaining. Everything just kind of died. Okay. So already at 10 pretty quick. And then RNG failed, right? So it's just fun watching this. And you get just building up rage, and everything just kind of died. And then sometimes you build up combo, you can then use a Hand of Chayula to get in there. Let's see, and then you're low on corpses. Ooh, what? I found a greater Jewel Orb. Oh my god! When I needed one earlier, I couldn't get one. You're building combo, you use the bell while you're chilling. Damn, we're getting all these Jewel Orbs now. What the heck is going on? Alright, and then you're moving around. Grab some of these corpses to keep your charge going. You can just put the bell sometimes and then save your mantra. A lot of these mobs could be tied to you and your gear. Alright, that's how I keep the things going. Alright, yeah. Build up combo, and then you can do the mantra. When I'm out, then we just get some corpses. You can dodge while doing it, right? And then if they hit the thing, get a power charge. Damn, nothing to chain to, man. Sometimes it just happens. Just you gotta be careful of AoE. Keep your check on your shields. Yeah, the combo for the Hand of Chayula is pretty fast, so you gotta be careful if you're using the thing. Alright, I mostly just like to do this. Oh, they just dead? That was the bat, huh? Get rid of the mob so you can target more on the boss. But you do want to be careful of the fire and AoE stuff on the ground. They hurt you. Okay, so that was a low RNG roll. So you can just dodge while on the fire and build stacks, or when the boss attacks you. Okay, so if I'm not getting any stacks, no corpses, use the bell. It works. 6.